Hello, and welcome to Owltober. We're so excited. This is a wonderful day. We've been waiting all week to join you to celebrate our first ever Owltober event. And so it's exciting to be here live on YouTube to share some of the wonderful artwork that we've received over the week and get a chance to just interact with some of our wonderful followers. So my name is Jessica. I am the Education and Outreach Coordinator for the Rocky Mountain Raptor Program, which means my job is to talk to people about raptors. And it's okay, because I certainly love the raptors and I have a great time doing it. Joining me is the other half of our education department. If you follow us or have seen any of our videos on Facebook, you've not yet had a chance to meet her. So, Bonnie, introduce yourself.
I'm Bonnie Cleaver, and I'm the Avian Education Coordinator here at the Rocky Mountain Raptor Program. And it is my job to oversee the health and well-being of our education birds that you guys get to meet when we're out in public.
And so together, the two of us, along with our wonderful volunteers, make all of our great outreach happen and get to bring the work that we do and the raptors that we love so much out into the world. Bonnie, you came up with the idea for Owltober, so tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, definitely. So as an artist myself and bird lover, I wanted to create an event that was not a contest and not a fundraiser, but just something that people can do at home, especially with how tough this year has been on a lot of people. A lot of people are stuck at home,
Right.
Sometimes with not a whole lot to do.
Right.
And it's really easy to just get stuck in a rut of doing the same thing every day if you're going to work, and then coming home or staying at home. And if any of you are artists, you may have also seen events like Drawtober or Inktober or a variety of other ones. But basically, October is kind of a big month for the art community. So a lot of people will create these art prompts, which is a great way to challenge yourself as an artist, just to be able to get out of your own bubble and your own comfort zone. And some of them are prompts that you can do every single day. Some are once a month, some are once a week. So you can do however many you can and want to. But it's a fantastic way to challenge yourself as an artist to just read a prompt and say, hey, how can I turn that idea into a piece of artwork? And it doesn't have to be drawing or graphite or specifically pens or painting. Yeah. It can be whatever you want. I know you wrote a poem for our event this week, which is fantastic. Yeah, we've gotten a lot of cool art submissions and people from, all different medias being used, which is really cool to see.
It's been a lot of fun. We got some submissions sent to us via email. As Bonnie mentioned, I took a stab at writing haiku. I'm a little nervous. It's kind of weird. I've never tried it before, but it was fun. And then we've got some wonderful submissions on our Instagram page as well. So we're going to dive in and share some of this fantastic work with all of you.
Before we go on, just one thing. I do also have a kids craft idea that I'll show you guys after we go through our submissions. So just to give you guys a couple minutes to get things together. If you don't have these supplies, it's pretty easy to remember the steps, so you can always do them,
Yeah.
Even if you're an adult, you can still do this, and it's a fun thing to do just for fun. And it's a little bit of a mess, which makes it even better. Or if you have kids or you're babysitting, this could be a fun thing to do, especially for Halloween.
Okay.
But you will need water, a paintbrush, some watercolor paints, paper, salt, and Elmer's glue. And that's it.
Okay. All right.
So if you want to get those things together and do this art project with me here in a few minutes, awesome. If not, just kind of remember there are tutorials online for it too. It's pretty easy to find.
But it's fun.
But yeah, it's really fun and it's pretty colorful. So just something fun to do this month.
Well, let's take a look at some of the artwork, and then you'll get a chance to create a piece right here with us today under the guidance of Bonnie. So let's go dive on into what got submitted to us. Here was one of our first submissions. This comes to us from Nikki. age 9. Nikki, this is fantastic. I love what you've done here What have we got? We've got Dictionary of Medications.
Awesome.
Ghost pills are sold out.
Oh, no.
Pumpkin pills. What's over here? The Wolf on Halloween Night. Encyclopedia of Scary Animals. Frankenstein.
Looks like my bookshelf at home.
Nikki, this is fantastic, and I love your barn owl that you drew there in the middle.
Beautiful.
Thanks so much for sending that in. The next one that we received, this is a beautiful photograph. Look at this. From Tina Valentinetti. If I said that correctly, Tina, I hope so. But look at this beautiful barn owl that we have here. This is just absolutely lovely, classic face of a barn owl with that gorgeous facial disc, really bright and brilliant around it. You can see how that disc captures and funnels sound into the ears, and those great dark eyes used for hunting. Mm-hmm. I love barn owls. I do. And that's why I was so excited that the prompt was about barn owls, because it was a barn owl, our old educational barn owl. He has unfortunately since passed away, but it was because of a barn owl that I even got into the Rocky Mountain Raptor program for starters. So
yeah,
I have such a soft place for them. So this is beautiful, Tina. Thank you.
Actually, years and years ago when I started volunteering, the very first bird that I cleaned an enclosure for was the same barn owl. So
I miss him. I miss him. He was so sweet. And then, okay, I wrote a haiku. And so really, as Bonnie said, this Owltober event is not just drawings and photographs, but any kind of creative thing that sparks your interest. Mm-hmm. And so I decided, you can see here, to write a haiku. It was an interesting experience. I very much enjoyed it, actually. It was a ton of fun. So here you go. Here's my haiku. Silent feathers glide through moonlight on amber leaves. Silence is too loud.
I love it. Especially the last line.
Yeah. And if you know any natural history of barn owls in particular, they hunt by hearing. And so they need really silent situations to be able to hunt. So that's kind of where that came from. Mm-hmm. So I had a ton of fun with this. I'm going to be writing some more for the upcoming weeks. And then we had some submissions sent into us via our Instagram page. So we're going to switch on over here to Instagram. All right, let's take a look. Give me a second. Here we go. So we're going to pop through some of these and take a closer look. Bonnie.
This looks like it's from user Marcy Brinker. Says, this studious fellow was inspired by the prompt Barn Owl Apothecary for ours. And it's mixed media on paper mounted to hardboard, and it is beautiful.
I love it.
Artwork also, something I love, is you can have things be crazy colorful, but sometimes just having minimal colors with a lot of contrast like this one is just beautiful, and it's so well done. I love all the white and the brown tones in there, and I love his glasses.
I love the glasses too. That's a ton of fun. What is he weighing? I can't quite tell.
Yeah.
Looks like metals.
Metals or ingredients for some sort of a potion. I love it.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else we got here.
Ooh, this one is cute. This is from user Flint Talk from Estes Park here in Colorado. And I love him. He's got a little green jacket on. I love the colored pencil.
The monocle is great.
And the little mouse sitting on top of the bottle. Oh, there's two more of them too. I didn't notice them at first.
I didn't see it.
Oh, I love them.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. What do we have next?
This is for our page.
So this is some of the prompts and pages that Bonnie...
Same hashtag. Oh. This one is from me. When I came up with this event idea, I kind of want to also make it easier for other people. Not everybody is... I don't want to say not everybody's an artist. Everybody's an artist. But
I agree.
Yeah, even if you're not into, drawing things on your own or coming up with your own ideas, sometimes it's really fun to just do things like coloring pages. I'm an artist, but I love doing coloring pages too, because then I don't have to think about it. I can just color it in however I want to, and it's just a lot of fun. So I wanted to create this one. This is just a digital line art one that I created basically as a coloring book page. And I know we sent the file to a few people so they could do it. If you do want a copy of this file, just send us a message on Instagram or through social@rmrp.org, our email address, and we're happy to send these to you. Print them out at home, color them in yourself, print them out for your kids or whoever you want to.
Send them back to us and we can share them at next week's live stream, because we'll be doing these every Saturday, the last one on Halloween, featuring the artwork from that week's prompt. But we can also... any other submissions that have come in, we'll be happy to share those with you.
Yeah, and definitely. For this week's prompt, if you're, finishing it up, but you ran out of time,
send it to us.
It's not like you're not allowed to still send them in. We would still love to see them.
Yeah, look at this one.
This one looks like, I bet this is one of our volunteers.
It
looks like
is.
This is from Kathy Crisco.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. I love this one. It looks like a digital painting to me.
Amethyst, lavender, mortar and pestle.
I love the old the candle with the the ones that you always see in old movies when they're carrying it through the hallway and lighting up the hallway.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I love all the little things in this image.
You got the great heart-shaped face with that beautiful facial disc there and the pointy down beak. Kathy,
and all the golden colors. Love it.
Love it. All right. What do we have?
And this one.
This one. Oh,
this one makes me really excited.
Does.
I'm sorry if I butcher pronouncing your username. Ishtis Draws. This one is actually from France.
All the way from France.
Yeah,
that's amazing. It's
amazing that our little event here in Colorado made it all the way to France, but it's fantastic. And this is what I love about things like Instagram and other social media, is you get to find these cool things and network with people from all over the world who kind of have, similar interests and things.
This is a ton of fun. I love the creativity here.
And they said, I don't know if this is a thing in countries other than France, but here pharmacies used to have pots like this one with the names of drugs painted in Latin, and some of them still expose them on their shelves. The little reptile is a nod to Asclepios snake?
I think so. That's one I'm not familiar with.
And it's on the French emblem for pharmacies.
Oh,
so
that's
that
cool.
is super cool. A little bit of information.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining us and for sending this in. This is really cool.
I love the colors in it too. It's so colorful.
Fun. It is. And the little French hat is great. So
I think that's it for our Instagram. If you are on Instagram and you don't follow us already, please do so. We post a lot of things about releases that have happened, events that we have going on, like if we've ever, COVID, we're not open to the public now, but in the past when we've had things like open houses or other events, we post those a lot on Instagram. And if you are on Instagram and you want to join in Owltober and do the drawing challenges or art challenges, just be sure to tag us in your posts at Rocky Mountain Raptor Program and use the RMRP Owltober hashtag as well. That way it will come up in that feed and we can see them.
And we can share it next week.
Yeah.
So wonderful artwork. That was a lot of fun. I was waiting all week to see them. So this is pretty fantastic. Now, as Bonnie mentioned, we have a wonderful Halloween craft to share with all of you. So we're going to actually adjust our camera just ever so slightly here and get that ready. Remember, this is something really simple you can do at home. And if we are able to get directions together, we'll try to get those posted here down in the chat below on our YouTube channel. Once this video is completed, it will be in our channel, so you'll be able to come back, see it again, share it with others, and we'll post, like I said, that link below. But Bonnie, do you want to adjust the camera, and then we'll take a look at this fun craft?
All right. So like I said, you're going to need a piece of paper I think just about any kind of paper will do. None of this stuff has to be fancy. I actually got most of this stuff at the dollar store the other day. So, pretty easy to do. You'll need a cup or a bowl of water, a paintbrush. I found a bigger one is better. This one's a little skinny and I wish I picked out a bigger one, but that's okay. You're going to need something like Elmer's glue and just any old watercolors. So, again, dollar store watercolors. Super simple.
Nice.
Don't have to use fancy ones. And you're also going to need some just regular old table salt. And actually, I think if you don't have a lot of salt, sugar would probably work just fine too. Okay. So basically, what we're going to do is take our glue and we're going to draw an image on the paper with the glue. And you could, if you wanted to, find a line art online. You could even print out my coloring book page, whatever sounds good. Probably the simpler, the better. You could print it out so you have a line and therefore have something to trace over with the glue. You could hand draw yourself, or you could just go for it with the glue. And I think that's what I'm going to do today. So, I'm going to maybe draw something like a spider web with my glue.
It is October. Halloween-y stuff is good.
Yeah. So, start with a couple lines, maybe some in the middle, a couple more, oops, that's okay. Like Bob Ross says, just they're happy little birds now, or happy little trees. Mistakes are birds.
Happy little spider web?
Yeah, happy little spider web. So I've got this kind of started. Hope you can see a little bit.
Yeah, I think
just got some lines all radiating out from a corner, and then I'm going to take it and go boop, boop.
Okay, creating that spider web effect.
Yeah. But again, you can do whatever you want. Whatever makes you happy. Do a smiley face, or a pumpkin, or a bat, or your favorite raptor. My hands are a little shaky because I worked all day and I had lunch really late, but that's okay. Maybe one more. Let's do one more. Working around this camera too. Alright, so when you have your glue part done, put your cap back on your glue so it doesn't dry out. Can everybody see that pretty well? Just got my spider web. What you're going to want to do next, and this is the kind of messy part, is take your salt and just sprinkle it over top of the glue. So you're basically just gluing salt to paper. Yeah. Don't be afraid to make a little bit of a mess, because it's just salt, and that's okay. Alright. Then make sure salt gets all over it. I'll try to dump this out.
Oops.
Alright, cool. A little bit of a mess. Alright, cool. So there's our spider web with our glue and our salt. And I believe this needs to actually dry for a while. You can probably do this with it still wet, but I think it's going to work better if it's dried out because of the glue. So I did one just to practice. I'm going to set this aside so I can do it later. But I did one a little bit ago, so the glue's a little more dry. And colored a little bit of it. So now what you're going to want to do is get your paintbrush and use lots of water. Let's do, is that purple? Hopefully that's purple.
Yeah, that's purple.
Lots of water. Make it really drippy. We're going to do purple. So once you've got your really wet watercolor paint on your paintbrush, all you have to do is just touch it to the salt. And it's going to suck up a lot of that color. Do some more. Can be however colorful or not colorful you want it to be. And you can kind of overlap the colors so they blend together. Cool. Like my Halloween colors I have going on. So if you guys or your kids or anybody does this craft project and you want to send us what you guys did, we would love to see it. And maybe post it on our page too.
Yeah, definitely send it to us, just like you would any of the Owltober submissions.
Yeah, I think it's probably better if you let it dry a little bit because this one is even still a little damp and it's getting a little crumbly. And all you have to do is just touch the paintbrush to the top of it. Doesn't need very much. Cool. There we go, that's better.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully. All right.
So basically that's all you do, and just color on top of the glue and the salt however you want to until you're happy with it. And then stick it on your fridge.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully you guys will get a chance to have some fun making salt and glue artwork. Would never have thought of that, but that looks like fun. Might have to try that out. So, hey, we had a great time visiting with all of you, going through your beautiful artwork. And remember that Owltober continues for the entire month. So we do have another prompt coming up. So this upcoming week's prompt from the 11th through the 17th is Feather and Bone. Roll with it. And we're excited to see what you submit. Remember, we take submissions via email as well as on Instagram. So check us out, Rocky Mountain Raptor Program, and see both of us back here next Saturday. Again, 3 o'clock. We'll be on YouTube Live again, sharing next week's wonderful art submissions. So from all of us here, thanks so much. We're super excited. He's coming around. Hi. And we look forward to seeing you all next week. See you then.
See ya.